Hey, good morning, Robert. How are you? I'm doing well. Happy Tuesday to you. It looks like it's going to be a nice day up here. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, guess what? I got an offer for you. Yeah, this is pretty nice. So, yeah, I think we were all kind of expecting something a little bit sooner rather than later. We're still getting a lot of good activity online. I usually tell my folks the listing really hasn't marinated or synchronized fully 100% until about maybe 10 or 12 calendar days of me clicking go on the MLS. So with that in mind, we do have this offer here. They came in at 225, um, but now it's a VA loan. Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with our loans. We've got FHA, we've got a VA, which is a veteran loan. And those two types of loan, Robert, they have a little bit more red tape than some of the other loans, like a conventional loan. Um, the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head is they don't like chipping paint, and they don't like anything to be uh, like in need of repair. Everything should be like in good working order, as far as broken windows, which you don't have any of that, or like loose outlets. I've seen them kind of squawk about. So the only two things that I think would be an issue would be that power washer. It was awesome that we did that, but he did chip some of the paint there on the porch. I don't think that'll be that big of an issue, but I do think the little rotten piece right there on the edge of the front porch may give us a little bit of a red flag. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah. No, no, we don't have to give an answer right now, and that is just the beginning parts of their offer. They've got a couple other things in here that I found. I was reading through this last night. It came in yesterday about 6 p.m. um, they've got two other things in here. Agreement to pay the buyer's expenses at closing, 3,500. So essentially, you can take that 225 and minus another 3,500. One other thing, believe it or not, they're asking for the seller to pay for a survey before closing. So that's kind of the whole offer in a nutshell there. 225 minus 3,500, and then they're asking for a survey. Oh, cool. Okay, that'll be perfect. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be perfectly fine. So the biggest expense that you have is is the real estate, the realtor commissions. That's 6%. Okay, you have a flat fee of about 750. There's some firms here in town, a seller side closing representation from an attorney. Somewhere between 600 and 800. Um, and then you have to just pay. Those are the two biggest ones. Every other fee underneath that is probably $100 or less. You have to pay North Carolina transfer tax, which is off the top of my head. I'm trying to remember these numbers. I change it every now and then. North Carolina real estate transfer tax. It's like $2, $1 per $500 of real estate that is sold. You have to pay that tax. So, $1 per $500 lived on the value of the property. So we just take the purchase price, 225. We take 225 divided by 500. That tax is $450. So you got 450 plus 750 is 1,200. There's like a $25 recording fee. Definitely less than I'd say it's less than $2,000. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm with you. Well, you could counter above, you could say, look, thank you so much for the offer, the VA offer, but, because your loan is going to be expensive for us to bring the house back to VA standard. We're going to need to put another $10,000 into this property, and we'd be happy to do that. But the price is now, 235. Yeah, and I really just think it's I think I really don't think the deck paint would raise a red flag, just because it's a traffic area. It's kind of like they wouldn't raise a red flag if you had some paint chipping on the floor, or uh, some hardwood finish, work that needed to be redone on the floor. But if the wall was painting or the ceiling was painting, and it was, flaking onto people's food and that sort of stuff, or when they're sleeping, I don't know, that's a little bit more of a concern. So I'd be surprised if they came back and said, no, we can't do the VA loan because of the chipped paint on the porch. But they would probably say something about the retaining wall and the other little deck board. Yeah. Yeah. And we can run the commission off, like if you wanted to counter at whatever, 235, we can counter at 235 and run commissions off 225. Right. Yeah. 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 Like I said, the property, I'd use the word like marinade or just fully synchronized. It's some people are on vacation, and that's why I like to get people a full 10 to 12 calendar days, in order before any seller jumps on an offer, especially one that has some red tape like this. Hmm. Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. 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 It's really good. Oh, nice. No, she didn't. Yeah, Starlink has really started to change the a lot of our prices because 3 4 years ago, folks would say, "What's the internet?" I could care less about the beds and the baths, but what's the internet? And now that we've got Starlink, that's opened up a whole new option for folks. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. Let it marinate. And will you send me that survey? Do you know if you got that survey recorded with the county, or did you just hold on to it personally? Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that would be okay. If it's recorded, then we can track it down. So no need to dig through your files and send that to us. We'll just grab it from the uh, county website. But yeah, that sounds good. I'll let them know that we're just going to hold tight, and they're more than welcome to submit, a better offer if they want to. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Have a good day. Good morning.
What was that about?
That was Robert Lamb.